tuo guide hono omunye Ghanaians, especially Western region. Nasese Bengagu militant no they are in Ghana.
Minus with all manner of activities within this community. We've seen incidents of child trafficking, child prostitution, drug abuse, money laundering, counterfeit, you name them. And we are getting nationals from all over the sub-region.
We
saw people from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from Togo, from Cote d'Ivoire, and people from the sub-region all engaged in the illegal mining menace. We saw a lot of young girls from 14 to 18 that have been trafficked, a lot of them from Nigeria. I spoke to one lady who said she has been in the camp for 7 months. What do you do over there? She said she ran prostitution for her madam. Of narcotic trade, we saw cocaine, we saw weed, we saw tramadol, and for the first time I saw this red. That's sometimes.
I was here on Ghana TV. You who be say video called viral. Galamsey village pa. Just where the village ankasa. Anya Galamsey site to village ankasa. Ye oma omu free amama so. Ye Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, Togo no maka. Abe boy jawo honuma omu ye Galamsey ho. Ena obi mo ewo ebi mo chese drama mo koso ho. Ene ready. Ene chese a whole village hospital ne bibiawa omu Galamsey. The Minister of Defense Abichim say Oma launch renewed nationwide crackdown on illegal mining. As Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana soldiers, and Omonia Brigidi on the northern sector no Omobo Rabole area, any black voter basins, a Honmona, Omuhuni say illegal mining in Kosopa, high and Sassini Insu, central sector, and also Omubo Rankaria, and Neman Council, forest, Omoaka, southern sector, eastern, western, so side one Jerusalem ne Subri forest one a military men no omo crackdown illegal mining activities are ekoso. Na few weeks ago Sadek Adams ebeka say enkofu bi achese militants a omo kretu akese abowra ye forest a omo nya Ghana fo achese omo twikro omo nti odi agro omo bekun wo se obeka saa no pe ye tonsa frɛ no ewo abankesim ye government tonsa frɛ no so omra no mechire mu nsɛm na wo kan ampa nei eno ene manifest a ebekɔ akotie ni nyina. Ghana Armed Forces prepare the Southern Command omo prepare ya chese no money abre pa. Western Regional Forestry Manager biaya mako akun se village kesia ye Galamsey wo omo forestry manager Nana Kwabna Bosompim akasa chechim no mo ko hu wo ho no se yesi oni omo suspect nipa 2000 nanso so omo ko ene se over 10,000 more than refugees a omo ye Galamsey no chiremu a akuku dan na ewo mu no eye budos na ewo mu ni ebi adwane said the Sadek Adams e kan no pepe. So this was the preparation of the Southern Command. Ghana Armed Forces no money abre say omo ye ready say omo beko akọ fight this Galamsey yenhwemra ye ba ye beti Sadek Adams ene Western Regional Forestry Manager said the hu ye whole village no said the whole city.
Security! Yes! Security! Shut the river! Yeah! 99 soldiers to welcome the regular minister. 1, 2, 3, we go! Second! Ready!
Thank you. Good morning. We are grateful this morning to the Southern Command from SH0CKING and the police from the Eastern Command of Eastern Region, the police service. We want to appreciate the work you have been doing with us for the past days, and it has been so marvelous. This morning, we are saying that Eastern Region is grateful and Ghana is grateful. Why are we here this morning? Because we can't have safe environment. Why are we here this morning? Because we can't get clean water to drink. Why are we here this morning? Because children are dying, falling into pits and dying. We are saying that the president of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has said that our waters should be clean, our environment should be clean, and this is what we are here for. We want to tell the people of the Eastern region and the people of Ghana that we are ready. We are combating. They should get ready for our men. Our men are on the land. They are not living until we end illegal mining. What are we telling the people of the East? We are saying that these excavators are here because they are doing the wrong thing. We are pursuing illegal minings and we are following the rules that the nation has put down. Whoever is doing the wrong thing, know that our men are following you. Thank you this morning and bless you. We are saying that Eastern region shall be cleared of all illegal mining until they are cleared of. Our men are not living. Yeah, Shemo boss say, Nya Papa John Dramani Mahama ka say, esi enya nsiopa enum. Your environment no so eye free. Forest no eye nanano mu dia omudi gya yesi ye de hwe so. Ye mani wo ho, ye mani wo nsuo bia ho. Nya ye kanche Eastern region for nyina ne say, soldier for no eti ha. Omunya nkoye, police for ni wa ha. Omunya nkoye. Until see ye be jai illegal mining no, omunya nkoye. Ye shamu bo say ye gi wade enso aje se ye di ma obio. Ye di cha aban. Nyame enhya ye nyina. Ye da mu nyina ase.
Amen.
So this was preparation towards the crackdown of illegal mining. Na Sadiq Adams in Sema or Kaye, Wohu or Kaye, Namanfo BS, or Casado do, and I say, I said, then some no Canadian cresse, and go for bit me a bow, Ryan, Memoabe mining, Sakwa, and as I be protect illegal miners. No, Yenti said you see can few weeks ago.
Oh, Mukute tuo, a guide hono, Omunya Ghanaians, especially Western region. Nano mutu krobi o efre ho Bengagu ewo efre kro Cote d'Ivoire ye efre ho Bengagu na mutu mine ni bi ho Galamsey Cote d'Ivoire for no ashutu akele omo pese mutu ase enti omakubi na sa Bengagu no omo ti militant group omo omo na bo concession ne ho ban de ma illegal miners no ena okonti si ho na oni sa Ivory Coast mo de soja asem no mo fa ni agro. And omo shoot to be a crew online and the story is there. Omoni omo class here a bloody. They killed 9. The last time they killed 9 in November 2024. They killed Bengagu for 9. And omo suku soja for 4. Ntinipa over 13 the omo kwa 22 injured. The story is live. Cote d'Ivoire November. Omoni illegal miners no aye tututuo. Na se Bengagu militant no they are in Ghana. Illegal miners no ako high militant. Edi be free Burkina Faso. Edi be free France Cote d'Ivoire border ne so no. Into Western region illegal mining na ekoso yentumi to Tano Anya forest. Emo kwakodu Tamno Nimiri forest omo ho no. Eye militant omo free Cote d'Ivoire na aba. Na sa militant ye omo a ye recruit omo into terrorism. Omo nte okasa. Na ya prepare pickups e de ama omo a. Pickups no. So omo shoot no omo kele na ye kasa reinforcement a. They know the reinforcement because omo nim soldier for no omo region ho nyina. Enti se ekoba ne se de adu na ehu ye from free nkran a. No omo de pickup na adwane Cote d'Ivoire. They will cross the border to Cote d'Ivoire. And it is say no, enya nipa omo ya Ghanaians and ebo Ghana mining for no buy. Majority of them are militant from other countries. Na the ACA no, Ghana be regret it. As a ye boy forest ho buy. Na de krono aba. Say amanfo say ye tu Galamsey no Ghana ha. Na say operation hot Galamsey a. Baby a Ghana do ne say we have recruited Togolese, Burkinabe, any Ivorian militant into Ghanaian forests. Now, at the terrorism, ebeba Ghana, I will not predict doom, but utie story from Cote d'Ivoire na. Almost stop way because omunim say na kofa terrorism ba Burkina Faso. I can also confirm to you say Mali illegal gold mining protection militant no. Eno na kofa coup ba Mali, northern part of Mali no masizi. What is a Ghana Minister of Lands and Natural Resources abeka say? Ghana forest ne mu 22 militant SCZ onso omuntimi nka nkyerɛ sɛ hwan na SCZ this weekend ɛna yɛ kwa akote sɛ nipa na omo wɔ yɛ forest na omo bɔ ho ban no omo ka French ɛne omo native language omo nte Ghana kasa nti oku a wo yɛ Ghana ni na okurom yɛ tu man ne wɔ hɔ na wo se wo ni nipa na enum bi mo aka bom mo kɔ sopi omo a ombeku mo and they are killing people and burying them in the forest. Ye illegal mining no. Say atrasa ye too illegal mining no. Militants have been imported into the country with guns.
So after this, all things manifesting now. Regional forestry manager akasa wachichi mu said the esi course or videos so called viral. So Jenny kyerɛ sɛ no more ko hu hɔ no omkra na yɛ mo say 2,000 people na no more expect say omo hɔ no more illegal mine so omo could do say over 10,000. But yente Sadiq Adams any Western Regional Forestry Manager, more revelations are omo about these scenes and the ebeba.
Oka se bi me me kopia abankesiem. Me mo mama ne. Me be ka se bi me me kopia abankesiem. Se militant bi abagana. Mokai. Yakofa nkrofo bi a omaye omo hu militia, omo nko soldier training bi but as omo tete French speaking countries no. Ene e de omo abehye Ghana forest. Ena omo sisi kwan. Oma ungra forest no wawafuo kura untumi nkọ omukuta atuo ni asekan omo na yedi omu protect Galamsey site mbeka anse mi me de me kọ abankesi esiem menka ne se ede me kọ abankesi medru ho nyina na mpanyifo ne se ompese omutu ase nti ase e ba ne e be kire omo de ntia ba bi eja information na mpa information ne so de e kọ pa ama obi age tum se no kre enura anadwo news e da ho ne se forest na ye kan wo western region no forest na ye bodi say omo prevent people from going no and we are soldier for akọ deep inside the forest on say forest na a large enti obi ankom na soldier for ni bowura forest ni mu no e da na make story make cho say wutwam kura unhu say kwan da ha say wo kaya omo yi kwan ne small unhu say da ho no omo di moto na wuram ansa na omo ba main road enti unye obi a unnim ho a unhu meka ne nyina a kire mo da no 3 weeks ago, 1 month. And we are soldier for the Bura forest in Omoko yeno. Middle of the forest and a Yabo village. I will be any more say a friend abrewan in crime. Sano mato forest in the D. Nanipa omotu na soldier for so mo estimate say omo konyina de kusi say nipa uraha. No mo so we be nipa 2,000. Omko nipa over 10,000. And a war forest. Almost a quiet in Finfi, quite beyond now. I'll be say quiet in the power room. But room 10,000 or more. You quiet there too, baby. I told you the last time. Say quiet a corner and ya no normally room or more you are more quiet. Do nam quiet so who's a forest in the passion. To a more quiet than a tiffy baby. How normally motor room, no more taste a scatter besia, normally motor not cross a border, no more Cote d'Ivoire. I told you all that. Village no motion no nipa 10,000 na mattress meaning baby omo generate electricity but omo was silent generators electricity omo fridges akese a omo ye cold store krom kuro nipa 10,000 buru me krom kura nipa 10,000 inhabitants middle of forest majority of them are Liberians and Ivorians militia Togolese train ya no mo shem no mutu Galamsey and but omo na omo kono ye tu omo a ya sikuro no hwe nipa omo gum se utwam wo sa forest ni main road we so unhu da se nipa shem
adama ye na egu abon
hwe nipa omo sanla ya ye tu omo ko obukrum yes
etuo so e hye omo nya
etuo ne asekan ya omo season ne nra weapons and you can't story we na man 40 me say 80% of them foreigners. No, mo say middle of the forest. Video ya mo hwe life.
Omo bunua so ka ho.
Omo enua papa na wo forest wo da bi omo bobo container foforo. Da bi omo nya new member. Ti da bi esi dan foforo nua egu omo bebo dan. Cold store no hu ye. Omo wo cold store. Internet cafe bi bia wo ho. Share. De wo ye bi omo hu ha de ye kan nyina omo tie. Nti da scatter besi no mote na mo dɔɔso 10,000 we omo kɔ ne mema ne bi kɔ afuom kɔ site motorbikes egu hɔ no nya asɛm ketwa Galamsey nti forest kɛse o we say western region there omo forest kɛse pa wo nam so abi ase wo travel from her to be say teacher mante forest ɛna omo awura mu ana omo akɔpɛ middle no ɛna omo bu nnua ɛwɔ hɔ nyina na omo de abɔ adan na nipa 10,000 and over egum emagu omo wo kura amatena ho ababia wo yawo bi ho omo abo omo small maternity omo ye bibia ho mate wa hu hwe fridge si wo we eketwa
deep freezers bibia
e wo kuro bia mu ho eye omo forest no thick forest thick omo de excavator wura makodwi ho nyina ukọ Facebook a obehu de enioma AC no nipa no monam ho nyina Ivorians and Togolese dan ye ka kire mo said there are no more Ghanaians na omo de omo protect ho ti soja fo ne de petrol akọ omo shikuro no kra ama mo ma me video na akọ ete say refugees ye two omo wo ho refugee camp ye two omo you can clearly see say enioma ekoso we baby amo hwe nya kuro. It is a obianfa home ma omo. It is
Galamsey village.
Forests. Omo na creative village. Car entumi nko ho. Just wako hu omo way na car ne ko ho no. Enti main road na nke de ko forest ho no. Atua. Last time me ka kire wo say mo amo kai no. Main road na ko ho no. Militia fo ekuta sekan na atuo gina ho. Enti untumi nko ho fom. Enti sa kwan na si a obi anim se forest na se obi anko ho. E no mo seize forest no. And no more middle and we are soldier operation and no more hia. That is the kind of people we are living with. In we are omobu hono. She tabo omotwa in we are no big fresh. Tidoma omubu ya no omubo dadoa fo omo ton dadoa. Bibi omo hia bia ho. Omo ton dadoa fitafo nyina wo ho omo ye omo motorbikes mom. Bibi omo hia bia bi ho. Na nka obetimi the fridge we akura thick forest. How do they power it? Omo silent plant. Galamsey yes na koto plant kese. Yes silent. Omo shahudi na omo chele kra chen. Nambi ompebia we mwa na egumo forest we no. Flora and fauna mwa egumo no. Moku no mo we. What ya say omo ko hunting ye bibia. Omo bo jams. Ye bibia okrum ho. Hwe niema egu ho. Wow, machines. Wow. And Galamsey, middle of a forest.
Generator, pumping machines.
Bibia, yede, tunsuo nyina. Bibia akoye.
Akwa sunsuo sa de dem.
Generator no machine ne sa no bia will be fridge. Ento na abontina forest nda ho tu a onim say da hokwa. Omo no aduane din.
Omo san se mi din di say a o simonami.
Why say uni mole.
Minimum mole.
Uni momo. Uni mole. Uko Amazon forest wo Brazil na ofo no moto na. Omo na mole omo nipa omo no omo nka nipa so nka ma omo ho. Ekom timi di omo a adware onidi odidi onware nsuo na obedi no obedro no. Da obedware no onidi.
Nyina gu fom.
Kwaye no middle no. Ha na omo Galamsey site no. Nti asem na ye kan ye no ye mebo ye trimu nka asem bia. So omo ka so omo ya omunko nimiri forest we no subri omunko nimiri no omunguram ombehu more.
And this was what Sadiq Adams confirming saying some no kind on na amanfo nim say na mpanifo nim say omoboa afi omohunu bi na yentie Western Regional Forestry Manager Nana Kwabna Bosompem ne nsem a okan de omuko hu ye e wo sa village ho and what is next.
So we are here in the Abrewa Ninkran portion of the Subri River Forest Reserve, and this community is a forest-friendly community. It's just apart the Subri Forest Reserve in a community called Abrewa Ninkran. And this place, I mean, it's an eyesore. The place is full of illegal miners with all manner of activities within this community. We've seen incidents of child trafficking, child prostitution, drug abuse, money laundering, counterfeit, you name them. And we are getting nationals from all over the sub-region. It appears this community is a representation of ECOWAS. So we have people from other neighboring West African countries, from the Sahelian regions, from Guinea, from Niger, from Burkina Faso, from Nigeria, from Mali, and all of them are here. And this is a rural community. Why are they here? You can tell that there is no place within the community that they are mining. They are mining in the Subri Forest Reserve. And the effect on the impact of the illegal mining on the forest is very devastating. So as you can see, we raided this community. We managed to get rid of the entire illegal hub that was probably constructed by these illegal miners as a hub. And in fact, what we've seen here is an issue. We managed to rescue some few foreign young Nigerians. One of them confided in us that her madam brought her the kind of work that she's expected her to do, she's not going to do. And clearly such a minor is being trafficked and involved in prostitution right here in this village. That is the impact of the illegal mining, what they are bringing into the community. We've seen this tramadol, this red substance. Some people that we arrested appear drowsy, even in the wee hours of the morning. And clearly, it's a nice, so everything is here. We've seen makeshift brothels. We entered and we saw some of the activities that they are engaging here. Very terrible.
Yes, it is true. The operation started early hours of Monday morning around 12 midnight. We left our station and then got to the community around 3 a.m. And at the end of the around 10 a.m., we've been able to raid the community of all the illegal miners, and we've gotten rid of their slum. In fact, people refer to the place as a community. It is not a community. It is a completely illegal settlement with wooden structures, wooden planks, plywood, whatsoever. And it's a slum, a complete slum. There are no elders, there are no opinion leaders, just run by a gang. A gang they refer to as budos, a heavily built macho men. You don't see the normal leadership structures you see in a normal community, because this was a complete slum. So it was being run by a gang. And within there, we saw evidence of human trafficking. In fact, it appears, and it's becoming clear to us, that the illegal mining menace in Ghana is making our country probably a safe haven for human trafficking. Trafficking of women and young girls. We saw so many nationals from the sub-region. That's why I declared that illegal community as a representative of ECOWAS in that small community. We saw people from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from Togo, from Cote d'Ivoire, and people from the sub-region all engaged in the illegal mining menace. We saw a lot of young girls from 14 to 18 that have been trafficked, a lot of them from Nigeria. I spoke to one lady who said she has been in the camp for 7 months. 7 months. What do you do over there? She said she ran prostitution for her madam. Who is your madam? She lives at Esikuma. What do you do? I ran the prostitution and she takes the money. We saw evidence of narcotic trade. We saw cocaine. We saw weed. We saw tramadol. And for the first time, I saw this red. That's sometimes narcotic, what they call red. A lot of them. You open a box and they keep dropping.
Nana.
And that is the situation within the community.
Right. Nana, my curiosity, you not only saw these people engaging in, one, illegality of Galamsey, you are suggesting there's child trafficking, prostitution. You are even seeing them with contraband, cocaine and the rest. Why were there no arrests?
In fact, these were not people we saw holding these things. It was after they fled and we raided the camp. In the course of destruction, you break down a wooden structure, you go in there, and these are the substances you are seeing. So it's not a case of there was somebody holding it and we caught the person. No. When they saw us in the operation, the whole place went into some chaotic situation. People running, we saw women, children, a lot of people. In fact, we were struck at the sheer numbers of people we saw. So it was during the breaking down of the structures that we found these documents. But there was nobody there, except for the few women, young girls who were found in the brothels.
Right.
There are a lot of brothels, makeshift wooden structure brothels in there.
Are you suggesting that the larger chunk of them had evacuated before you got there? Because when you look at the footage, hold for me. Hold for me.
It was the same.
Hold for me.
It was the same. Yes, it was the same people who told us that immediately we entered the community, the bulldozers ran away. They ran away immediately we entered. We didn't know exactly where they were. But the whole thing is a slum.
So the video we have of people carrying their mattresses and the rest, who are those people?
These are people in that slum. You know, a lot of people have come and some are doing the mining. Others are also there because of the mining related illegal activity, like prostitution, trade in ban or narcotic drugs. those selling normal food, water, drinks, whatsoever. It has become a hub for a lot of people to go and apply whatever trade they want to engage in. So when we saw the share numbers, before we thought all the structures, we told everybody to get out. Pack whatever you think you can pack, want to add a little human face, pack whatever you think you can pack, because when we get there, everything is going down. Because we were constrained.
You were giving it.
Even 500 people, there's no way our vehicles could have completed. Because our vehicles went fully packed.
Nana, please, let's have a conversation so that we can get the information we need. You say all these people were there. 2,000 was the estimate, and you went and met 10,000. Do you think that was an intelligent
estimate? It's not an ideal estimate at that moment, but when the whole place turned chaotic, we were just standing at a distance trying to estimate what we are seeing. And we did a little drone flight within the community, and it was shocking. The number is just a rough estimate, but they were many.
Do you know, before MFA comes back in, do you know of, we've been told that there are other such settlements in that specific forest reserve. Do you know of any other such, illegal communities within that ecosystem?
Exactly. We were in one community called Pr0stitutes. Then I think just some few kilometers from the Pr0stitutes, we went to another village, another slum called Jerusalem. That is even more worse than the videos we are seeing. Because there were more people and it was a more bigger slum. But before we got there, it looked like they had a hint of what has happened in the nearby slum. So we saw people moving en masse. We saw the tricycles, cutting mattresses, every people were moving. And we're happy people were just leaving the community en masse before we raised out the entire community. In fact, this morning we heard of another third community around SH0CKING. That's my officers are on the ground. They're almost getting to the site to assess the situation and see what we can do over there.
Nana Bozompim, let's talk about the numbers. How did you arrive at the 10,000? I mean, I hear you mention that it's an estimation, but yes, now we're dancing between. I'll take an estimation of the 20,000, right? So no, you estimated that 2,000. You estimated 2,000, and then you actually met an estimation of 10,000. That is quite that's a number. How did you arrive? I know it's an estimation, but what and what did you put together to arrive at this 10,000?
In fact, when we went in there and we started the operation, I think people got think of it and the people started coming out. At that time, we were doing some drone mission flights to assess what is happening, to look out for people who may come on us with weapons whatsoever. But then the numbers that we saw that dawn, in fact, it was like a crowd that no man can number. So myself with the military commander, we were just at the corner flying the drone, trying to estimate what are we seeing. You move to this corner, you can't count them. You move to the right corner, you can't count. You move to the southern corner, and there are huge numbers of people. And we said, no. This is not what we gathered. To be the number, we were expecting 1,500 to 2,000, but this figure is astronomical. So I consider it may not be exact because we couldn't count them one by one. But the numbers of people that morning, it was shocking. It was to our utter dismay.
Okay, so hopefully we don't get shocked again for the sake of our military and other officials who will be there, for the sake of their safety. But if I get you right, what do you mean then is that when you flew the drone, maybe at that time of day, not too many people were outside. So your estimate was far smaller than when the people realized you were there and they started coming out. Is that the impression I get?
Oh, I think it was when they started coming out that we actually launched the drone. When they started coming out, when we launched the drone to see what is happening, to see whether, because we knew there were people with guns. In fact, the military did retrieve some weapons, some pump action guns, some local manufactured pistols from the scene. So we had intelligence that people are coming with weapons. So we wanted to see what is happening so that we know how to organize our men on the ground. But what the numbers are, these were civilians, not gangs whatsoever. Women dominated, children dominated. You saw people who we would describe as pure illegal miners. And you look to the right, you look to the left, you look to you send the drone forward, send the drone backwards. And these are the numbers.
You say
we should be careful, allow them to leave if they are living on their own volition. So we started running the cost, leave the community, leave the staff, so that we can act.
Two quick questions. They were leaving the community. Only God knows where they were going and what else they would go and do where they were going. The other bit too, because even if not engaging in illegal mining, if there were, prostitutes or other people, traffickers and all of that, what would they go and do where they were going? But the other settlements you were speaking of, you say there are others. Do you have an idea how many others there are? Such illegal settlements?
Yes, so far we have credible information as to two other settlements different from.
So there's Jerusalem and which one? There's Jerusalem and which other one?
Yes, we went to SH0CKING. Then we went to Jerusalem. Now we are hearing of another community called SH0CKING.
SH0CKING.
SH0CKING, yes. We haven't been there. So when we get there, we'll give you that situation.
Okay, we're going to go to Prof shortly, but quickly before we go to Prof and Awula Sewa. So I like to think you're quite familiar with the forest area. This is quite a number, and Benjamin says he's quite worried. God knows where they're going. In your estimation, where do you think they would be going, and how far would they have gone to? Because you mentioned that you're going to be man guard in this particular area, SH0CKING and Jerusalem together. Now, in 2 weeks, you're going to be man guard in that area. Beyond that, where do you think, how far do you think they're going to be going, considering the job that they do, the illegal mining particularly, and other things that they're engaged in? Do you have any estimation where they will be going?
In fact, I may not know exactly where they'll be going, but listening to the people, we went close to them, we talked to them, where did you come from? We found people coming from the upper east, people from the upper west, from the Savannah region, from the northern region. They are there in their numbers. In addition to people from the sub-region, you find people who will tell you we are coming from Sevi, we are coming from the Abuasi, I'm coming from Ashanti region, thereabout. When they left the community, it was in a rush, it was an operation, everybody was running, they feared for their lives. We do not know exactly where they were going, but at least they left that slum. They left that slum. They want to sustain this operation by keeping officers there on the ground. And then there's a second thing that will be periodically patrolling these communities. I think we should be able to sustain it if you have the necessary financial and physical support to keep our men there. I'm planning that if you have the resources, we should be able to camp there for some time. And then once everything is camped, our men retreat and we go in intermittently or periodically to check what if any evidence of rape building or some illegal camps. They will liberate in the body immediately.
Okay.
Abusia adwumapa on demand service for na eka say adwumapa on demand for say o pese wo di dwuma bia nkankanga fo am wabrochire a obehia nipa didi so ya tilers anasa building constructors fashion designers chese auto mechanic bia wo pese wo di say dwuma bia ma no obekọ ye app no so na wa download adwumapa on demand service ayesa so obekọ www.adwumapa-on-demand-service eno so obekọ ko hu edwumadi e di nyina ni trimopo nyina ne se ye boawo ema wo kwakofo obi ana wodi dwuma bi a nipa a wo kwakofa no esansa wonnim na kira kwan bia nti no to bi kura nipa na gisika wie open here na hu no adwumapa on demand fo aba ama sa ha nyina afiri ho esansa obi bia ya de be ma so woni dwuma bia ma no ya ye background checks ehu se se nipa yi onim ne wo ye enye kwanche trefa ni bia wonim de wo ye ene ye fa no edna ma wo na ni gisamba ko omu ne se onipa bia de be ma wo a odi be di dwuma bia no sabe background no sem anase si ebu afa so pa dia enya de besi na wanso san nim se sabe ko soja mumpo a ye wo military police ono so soja ni ochi soja ni eno me kire mu se eye adwumapa on demand for no ye san so supervisors a abre nyina no omko rounds eko check se adwuma na nipa no de beda ye no sa pepepe ene ye no na se adwumapa on demand de omama adwuma no aye simple se bibi ni ena onti ase ampacho no wafa numbers no aye gusuo no no wafre